Imagine waking up Christmas morning and you start opening up your gifts with your sibling. And imagine that your sibling gets something that you really wanted, but you didn't get it. Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Tate. Today I'm going to talk to you about what General Order 1B is. I'm going to explain some of the differences between the General Order and all the different branches and the DoD. And I'm going to tell you what makes the General Order 1B controversial. Well, you're probably wondering what General Order 1B is. If you're not in the United States military, you probably don't know. Well, General Order 1B is a general order that governs the behavior of military personnel while they're in the AOR, which is pretty much the Middle East. So, the first modern general order that led to General Order 1B is General Order 1. It established restrictions for personnel that were serving in Bosnia during Operation Balkan Endeavor. So, this general order took effect on the 28th of December 1995. And ever since then, it's been revised many times and it's evolved into what is now known as General Order 1B. So, General Order 1B has specific provisions on weapons, mosque, alcoholic beverages, controlled substances, sexually explicit material, human casualties, and many other provisions. It just tells us things that we can and can't do with those objects. So now you may be wondering what could possibly be different between the General Order. I mean, you would think that it'd be the same going between all the different branches. Well, there are a couple of provisions that are specific to the different services. Today I'm going to explain the differences for the Air Force. So, one of the first specific provisions that's different for the Air Force is one that prohibits personnel from attending post-nation and public disciplinary proceedings of any kind, including executions. Well, this one kind of speaks for itself. It just says don't attend public disciplinary proceedings, including executions. So the second provision that's different is being able to have people of the opposite sex in your quarters. Well, now you're probably wanting to know what makes General Order 1B controversial. Well, the main controversy arises in that same provision I just mentioned, where you can have different, people of different sexes in your quarters. Well, there's actually to this provision, and it says that this provision is waived for married personnel that are in the AOR at the same base. Cohabitation is what they call it. So it goes on to state that if your spouse is in a single resident accommodation, so meaning a room like with other girls or other guys, then as long as it's not in a single-sex dormitory, you can visit your spouse as long as the other people in that room consent and just really aren't there. And then it goes on to state that if married couples are assigned to the same location, then they can get rooms together, so a married dorm pretty much. And this is how it varies among all the different branches, because the DoD General Order doesn't actually have this provision in it. It was included in the Air Force General Order starting in about 2008. So, in my opinion, that's what actually makes it controversial, is that you have, for one branch, you have this provision, and for other branches, you don't have that. So now you have some idea what General Order 1B is and some of the controversy surrounding it. Well, today I talked about what General Order 1B was, how it varies based on the different branches and the DoD, and what actually makes it controversial. So now you can see what I mean about you and your sibling opening gifts on Christmas and your sibling getting something you wanted. It's like, I'm married as well, and I don't have my wife here. And people that are single aren't allowed to have people in their room, but people that are married are allowed to have dorms together or allowed to visit each other. Well, thank you for listening.